Hey y'all, happy Thursday. I'm Sherry with Tinkerbell, and together you and I are making your home a sanctuary. I'm outside tonight. I get asked a lot what my favorite room in the house is and where I spend my time. And in the summertime, you are looking at it. We have furniture over there. Both of the side chairs swivel. And so Big Daddy sits in one and I sit in the other. And out here, we have bird feeders and all kinds of stuff. And we literally sit out on the deck and chill all night long. So I wanted to come on and show you the final steps of making the tiered tray that I hinted at yesterday that I was making. And I thought I would do it outside. If the breeze blows, you will hear Big Daddy's wind chimes sing. They're really deep and beautiful, and he loves them. So I'll just pause for a minute while they give us some music and we'll continue. All right, so I have two small spindles from Home Depot. They can be found in the lumber section, usually in about the second or the third aisle over, clear at the back, almost by the dock. They are with the round tabletop pieces, and they're with some other kind of auxiliary, ancillary woodworking pieces. So just ask them where the spindles are, and they will be able to tell you. I have two of them, and I spray painted them black because yesterday I went live. If you did not see my shopping spree in Hobby Lobby, highlighting all of the amazing goodness that they have on spring clearance, I will put that link in the comments when I'm done. When the live's over, I'll put that link in comments so y'all can see it. Right now, Hobby Lobby has a ton of spring and summer clearance, and it is 66% off. And the associate told me, at least in my particular Home Depot, in my particular Hobby Lobby, that they have way too much spring and summer left. They don't know why. They just do. In my Hobby Lobby, there were 8 sort of end stack outs in the center aisle, and there were either 9 or 10 complete aisles, both sides of spring and summer clearance. So they have a ton of it. Sorry. And the associate told me that they have truckloads of Christmas stuff coming in. So they're literally giving away their spring and summer stuff. So if y'all have not been to Hobby Lobby whoa, I'm falling over. Sorry about that. If y'all have not been to Hobby Lobby to see their spring and summer clearance, go because they're practically giving away the stuff. So one of the things that I bought yesterday was I bought 2 of these trays, and they have like a galvanized steel band around them. They have a black wood base, and then you can see they've just got slats in them. So they're not completely enclosed because I just didn't want them enclosed. When I saw these, I was like, ooh, I can make those. This one was $9.99 with 66% off. This larger one is just dirty, y'all. This larger one was $14.99 with 66% off. I suck at math, so don't ask me to tell you exactly how much they were. And I bought a whole bunch of other stuff. But the bottom line is they're dirt cheap right now. And I bought 2 of them because I wanted to make a tiered tray. Sorry, y'all, my cough is bad today. So then I went to Home Depot and I got 2 of these spindles. They're actually, you can kind of see it. They're actually a natural color. And then I spray painted them black. Y'all, when I want a rustic sort of distressed look, I don't buy expensive spray paint. I really honestly don't. The words will probably be backwards because of the camera, but this is my favorite spray paint. They make it in white and they make it in black, and it is as basic as it comes, but it's awesome. totally, totally awesome because it's uber cheap. So you don't get, see how you can see there are some shiny spots to it? Like right there is some shiny spots. You don't get even coverage, which when you're wanting to do something vintage or you're wanting to do something distressed, you want something to have some age and some character, that's exactly what you want, right? You don't want it to be nice and even and all pretty. And I'm here to tell you, in the white and in the black, I stock up on this I'm out of the white, so I'm in crisis mode. I gotta go to Home Depot tomorrow and get some more spray paint. But I buy this stuff 3 and 4 cans at a time. And if I'm not staying in something, I'm using one of these 2 spray paints to spray paint it because it's, I don't know, $2.50 a can, something like that. It's super cheap. It's really low quality, which is good when you want to do distressing and you want to add some character.
I can see the forest for the trees because of you, dear.
Why, thank you, baby. Big Daddy just came out and sang to me. Wasn't that nice? He's so sweet. He's so goofy. That's what he is. He's so goofy. He's usually out here sitting in his chair. And so he's inside waiting for me to finish showing y'all how to do this so he can come outside and sit in his chair, because he said he didn't want to be sitting right there. That's his chair right there. He didn't want to be sitting right there in his chair while I was trying to do all this. I don't know why, but he didn't. So I digress. Shocking, right? So if you can see, I will spin this around. So I took some sandpaper to it. Hi, Brookie. How you doing, baby? So I took some sandpaper to it and I distressed it. So that's not what I want you to see right now. What I want you to see is, see like the shiny spots right here and see the uneven spray paint? That's because it's cheap spray paint. It's fabulous. At least I think it's fabulous. You might be like, "Ooh, girl, that's a hot mess. I can't believe you like that." That is the beauty of DIY, right? You can do things your own way. So I have 2 of these that I spray painted yesterday and I lightly distressed with some sandpaper today. I have 1 smaller size tray, $9.99, Hobby Lobby, before 66% off. I have 1 larger size tray, $14.99, Hobby Lobby, before 66% off. So if you saw my video, or if you go back through again, I will put the link to the live Hobby Lobby shopping spree in the comments. But you'll see that I highlighted all different kinds of metal and galvanized trays, white and silver with some gorgeous copper detailing, all kinds of options. If you go with metal trays that you want to make your own tiered tray thingamabob out of, I'm going to explain to you as I assemble mine the differences in assembling yours if you go with something that is all metal construction as opposed to this one that only has the metal edge banding and the rest of it is actually wood. Does that make sense to y'all? All right. Sorry, guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have some Titebond wood glue. Now, because the bottoms of my trays are wood and my spindles are wood, I'm just going to glue it. We use this glue in the shop all the time. It is waterproof and it is for interior and exterior use. I think BD orders this online, but don't quote me on that. So this is like a super duper strength wood glue. So here's the deal. If you have metal trays that you want to assemble, you can still use these wood spindles. The reason that I chose these wood spindles, twofold. Number one, I wanted some character to the piece. That's why I'm making this the way that I'm making it. I wanted some character to it. And I wanted my center spine, if you will, to have some substance to it. If you look at a lot of the trays that are on the market, they're beautiful and there's nothing wrong with them if that's your style. But the center of it is a little itty bitty wooden dowel or metal dowel that's super, super skinny. And that's just not my personality. So that's why I went with the spindles. So if you like the look of the spindles, once I get this all put together, but you go to Hobby Lobby and you find some all metal trays, here's the difference. Okay, you ready? I'm just gonna glue this together in a second. What you are gonna do, these spindles come with one pre-drilled hole, and they actually come with the screw in the bottom. I used my vice grips and I took the screw out. You are gonna leave the screw in, okay? You're gonna leave the screw in. You're gonna drill a pilot hole in the top of both, of one of these. You're gonna drill a pilot hole in the top of one. Okay, are you with me? Then you are going to drill holes in the center of both of your metal trays, because what y'all are gonna do is you're gonna take that screw that actually comes in the spindle and you're gonna thread it through the hole, and then you can take a wing nut, and you can tighten it at the bottom. Does that make sense? So then your piece will look like this, and you will have a screw coming out of the bottom. Then you've got a pilot hole here, okay? You got a pilot hole here that you drilled. And you are going to then set this down, take this one that also has a screw coming out of the bottom of it, and you are going to twist it through your tray, through the top of this one. So if you want metal trays, all metal trays, and you like the look of these spindles, you are just going to assemble it with screws instead of wood glue. And if you go to do that and you're confused or you're not sure what I'm talking about, just message me. I'll be happy to walk y'all through it. Okay, so let's assemble this. It's gonna be quick and easy. So I'm gonna take some wood glue and I'm gonna put a little bit on the bottom. And I eyeball. Drives Big Daddy crazy that I eyeball everything. But I'm just gonna spin it around, and I am just gonna make sure that it looks like it's in the center. Now this dries pretty doggone quick. I should have brought out a paper towel. Okay. I'm gonna leave that alone for a second, and I'm gonna let it set up. To me, it looks like it is about in the center. So while this sets up for a second, I'm gonna put my preachy pants on, and I want to talk to you guys about something. DIY is, I don't always make my own stuff because it's cheaper. Actually, by the time I put everything together that it takes to make this, it probably is costing me more than if I would just buy a tiered tray in a store. So sometimes I don't DIY because it's less expensive. When we built the gazebos that you see over my head, and we built the wood decking that you see, we did that ourselves because we did save a ton of money. But we had all the tools, we had the skills, we kind of knew what we were doing. We did hire some help to help raise the roof of the gazebos, but other than that, we did it ourselves because it saved money. But I don't always make stuff because it's cheaper. I make things, number one, because I like to. And number two, because I can't find what I like in a store. Y'all with me? So in the case of these tiered trays, they're wildly popular right now. They're everywhere, and sometimes they're 3 and 4 tiers high, and people are putting all kinds of tchotchkes and Raydon mugs and all kinds of things in their tiered trays. And if that's your jam, you go right ahead and do that. Good for you. I'm happy for you. On this page, we are all about diversity, and we are all about celebrating everybody's different tastes and everybody's different decorating styles. There is no shame in our decorating game here on the Tinkerbell page, but that sort of farmhousey look, which I won't even climb on my farmhouse soapbox, but that kind of farmhousey look, it is not my style. Antique, vintage, weathered, maybe even a little bit rustic, that's my style. When my kids were little, I used to visit an architectural salvage company all the time just to look around and see what they had. So that's kind of more my style. So when I was looking at finding a tiered tray, I just couldn't find anything that I liked. So when I found these at Hobby Lobby yesterday, I was like, oh, score! There we go, there's my tiered tray. Okay, so I've got one spindle in the center, and we're letting it set up. And then what we're going to do is I just want to kind of get my bearing. This is a tricky part. I want to kind of set it. Nope, see, I need to come over a little bit that way. And again, y'all, I just eyeball stuff. Not scientific for me at all. I literally just eyeball it. And I just look to see if it looks even to me. If y'all want, now if you are drilling holes because your trays are metal and you need to drill holes, you absolutely positively need to measure both ways and draw an X in the center and make sure that you are drilling in the center of your trays. But because I'm just gluing, it's not quite as an exact science as it would be if I was actually screwing everything together. And I'm not screwing it all together because the bases of the trays that I have chosen are wooden, so it makes it easier. All right, so I think that looks pretty good. Now the only other thing that I want to check is I noticed there is a seam on both of these where the metal meets, right here. There's a seam. So I want both of the seams kind of facing the same direction. Just because then that way I don't have one seam in the front and one seam in the back. All right, so now I messed it up. Now I gotta make sure it's kind of even. And yeah, I do realize the minute I take this off to put some glue on it, I'm gonna have to do this all over again. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some glue on the top of this. And I'm not doing a whole lot. It doesn't take a whole lot. And I don't want it oozing all over the place, and I don't want it dripping down my spindle, y'all. Okay, so it's sitting on there. I'm gonna spin it around. Ooh, it's moving. I'm gonna spin it around and kind of look at it from the bottom. I know I disappeared for a minute. I was looking at it from the bottom. Just kind of make sure that it doesn't look funky any direction. And now I gotta move the seam. There's my seam. Okay, my seams are matching up. Okay. Yeah, I do have some glue oozing at the bottom, so I'm probably gonna go back with maybe some black acrylic paint and just touch that up later. That is the downside to using glue instead of using screws, right? Okay. So this is all together. And I'll very carefully lift it up. So this is what we have so far. Y'all see that? What you think? What y'all think? You like that so far? So then I'm going to let this set up for just a second again, just a couple minutes. This glue actually does dry pretty doggone quick, so I'm going to let it set up for just a minute, and then we will glue this one on, and then literally we're done. As soon as we glue this one on, we will let everything set, and then tomorrow I'll post a picture of what it looks like once I have decided what I want to put in it. Mine, most of the time, is probably going to be a little bit more practical. It's not really going to be filled with a whole lot of Rae Dunn mugs and tchotchkes and all the things. I'm a pretty practical person, so mine might be filled with fresh fruit. Mine might be filled with avocados and bananas and nectarines. And then the next time it might be filled with tchotchkes. Who knows? That's the beauty of these trays, is that they're super, super, super versatile. I know the majority of people just use them as a decoration on their island, on their counter, on their dining room table, on their kitchen table, and they're super cute, but they're really, really versatile. You can do whatever you want to with them. So for the 4th of July, you could put some, go to Dollar Tree. You'll know I love Dollar Tree. By the way, side note, the 4th of July stuff is only 30% off at Hobby Lobby. So if you want inexpensive 4th of July decorations, go to Dollar Tree, because they're $1, and then you don't have to worry about saving them for next year. Squirrel moment. I am going to do a live Monday or Tuesday, how to make a quick 4th of July garland using decorative paper. Right now it's on sale at Hobby Lobby for $1, so I bought a bunch of 4th of July themed decorative papers, and I'm going to show you how to string a really quick festive garland out of decorative paper that won't take you any time at all. So I digress. What a surprise, right? So for the 4th of July, y'all could really deck this out. This would be a great place to put the forks, the cup, like little galvanized steel tins with forks and knives and spoons and napkins and all those kinds of things. So I think this is set up a little bit now. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little bit of Titebond glue on the bottom. Not too much. In this case, less is not more. Or excuse me, in this case, less is more. You all know what I mean. All right, and now I'm going to eyeball this again. That looks like that is about in the center. I'm going to push it towards y'all, and I'm going to see if I see anything unusual or odd. The flies want to get in the video, apparently, even though I got my tiki torches going. Okay, so I think it looks pretty doggone good. So, hi, Nancy. No, honey, you're not the only one that eyeballs things. I eyeball everything, and it drives Big Daddy crazy. He is the analytical one. He is the precise one. That's why he's the one that is so good at making all the visions in my noodle come to life when it comes to a lot of our woodworking stuff. He's actually the one that comes up with a lot of that. He will painstakingly measure, precisely cut. He's the one that makes the butcher block cutting boards and the plank cutting boards. And he does all of that with the patience of the good Lord himself. I don't have that much patience. I want instantaneous. Hey, Beverly, how are you, sis? I hope you are feeling better. Okay, so I'm going to let my tray set up for just a hot minute, and then I'll hold it up so you guys can see it, and then I'll post a picture of what it looks like tomorrow. But while I'm letting the tray set up, I wanted to talk to you about one last thing. And I wanted to talk to you about our exciting design district that we are working so hard behind the scenes to create and get going for y'all. It will be an exclusive group where you will have access to all kinds of things that I don't put on the page. A lot of y'all like these DIYs, so I try to keep them 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour at the most if it's really labor intensive. But if you want to see, for example, how I make these, or you want to see what goes on in our shop when we are both working side by side and we got our old school R&B blaring, and you just want a bigger glimpse into what it looks like for us, we will put the camera on and we'll just work and we'll just talk to y'all while we work. If you want to see how I make my wreaths, those are about 2 hours for me to make a wreath. So for me to do a tutorial, you guys would be long gone, long bored. But in the design district, again, I'll put the camera on and I'll talk to y'all while I do the whole thing. There will be cooking. Daddy's going to teach us how to cook. He's going to teach us how to cook allergy-friendly foods. We get questions all the time with all of my food allergies. How do I eat like a normal person? Well, it's because he cooks for me. So there'll be those sorts of things. We will do live trainings. I will bring in experts in other industries. I will bring in some of my friends who have different perspectives, different design styles than I do, and we'll have them teach us a live class. Maybe we'll bring in a gardener, right? We will bring in all kinds of different experts because making your home a sanctuary is all encompassing. We got to feed our families. We want our homes to be organized and tidy and inviting. We got to take care of us, right? We got to keep this sanctuary going in order to make sure that we provide a sanctuary for our families. So the design district, I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. It's going to be a smaller community. It'll be a break off of this community. It will be a monthly exclusive site. It'll be very reasonably priced, though, I promise. Very reasonably priced. And you will have insight into all kinds of things that you don't have insight to here on the main page just because not everybody wants it. Does that make sense? We will go shopping. You guys can tell me what y'all want. If it's fall and a bunch of you have decided that you are going to paint your homes, paint the interior of your homes before they're all closed up for the winter, and we want to go to Home Depot and do a live broadcast from Home Depot on the different kinds of paint and different paint colors, then we'll do that. So some of it will be determined by what y'all tell me you want, and then some of it will be determined by what I know that y'all need to help you. There will be materials also. That's the cool thing. We will build a library as we go along. So maybe you're not ready to do X today, but maybe next year you're ready to do X, and you are part of the monthly exclusive design district group. You can go back into the archives and you can see that training that we did last year, and you can access it, and it can be of value to you. It can be relevant to you at your time, on your budget, when the Lord moves in your life. Does that make sense? Plus, we're just going to have a whole lot of fun. So there will be more coming on that. But if you are interested, in the comments, comment, tell me about the design district, interested in the design district, and I'll message you for your email so I can start an email wait list. We are looking to do a soft launch with founding members at a discounted price, roughly August 1st. My team is working behind the scenes on the website and on the private Facebook group, and it is not going to be perfect because there was only one perfect individual that was on this earth, right? And I'm not that person, but it will be something, and then it's going to evolve. So it's going to be super, super, super fun. And you know what y'all are going to get that nobody else ever gets? Big Daddy cooking. Nobody gets to see Big Daddy cooking. If you think I'm joking, can I get an amen from some of my family members and from some of my friends who know? Nobody gets to see him cooking. It's not that he's, he doesn't want to share his tips and tricks. It's just that it's inherent in what he does. And by the time somebody starts asking him questions, he's already done with whatever with whatever it was he was doing. So he's going to slow down. And he's a Beverly says amen. She knows. She's been in the kitchen with him many times, and she's asked questions, and what did you put in that, and how did you do that? And he goes, I'm already done. I don't know. I just did it. So you're going to get access to me. We will do monthly Q&A sessions where we will figure out some sort of platform. Yeah, Brookie, you know too, don't you, baby? We'll do some sort of monthly platform where you have access to me, and it will look like all different things, right? It might be questions and answers. It might be, hey, Sherry, I can't figure out how to place this furniture. I have no idea how to place this furniture. Can you help me? And we'll figure out some way that I can see your room and I can give you design advice. So we're going to do that on a monthly basis. There'll be Ask the Designer kind of a thing. We'll bring in an expert monthly. Might be a real estate agent 1 month, right? Springtime, people getting ready to put their house on the market. What do people want? What do people look for? Do's and don'ts on selling your home. Might be gardening. I don't know. I got lots of friends in all kinds of areas of expertise that would love to jump on and share with you. So we'll do a monthly Q&A. We'll do a monthly expert. And then the other 2 weeks of the month, it will be something else. It might be a checklist for what we're working on. It might be an in-depth live tutorial on how to make something. So the whole point of the Design District is to give those of you who want more in-depth knowledge and access, to give you that, and then to keep those who want the page to still remain, kind of light and airy and fun, and my Bible verses and the sarcastic comments and the great inspiration. We are in a direct path of a small airport too. I'm telling you, my backyard is just perfect for us. So I'm very excited about the Design District. I hope you guys are excited about the Design District. I really hope you become founding members. You will be locked in to the deeply discounted price for as long as you are a Design District member. And then when we do an official launch of the district, of the group, later in the fall, probably October-ish, mid-October-ish, when we do a bigger launch, then the price will go up. So, y'all, I hope you consider joining. And now everything is dry. See how fast that glue dries? So are you ready? I'm going to hold it back. There is my tiered tray. And see, it's not perfect. I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to look like I made it. But there is my tray, made with two, I guess you'd call them trays, from Hobby Lobby, and 2 spindles spray painted with this fabulously cheap spray paint from Home Depot. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. If you go make one, if you go get the supplies to make one, please, 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 please message me a picture. Y'all cannot post pictures directly to the Facebook page because Facebook rules. Not my rules, Facebook rules. But message it to me and I will post the picture. And then the last thing I would love to encourage you guys to do is that little button down in the corner that starts with SH and ends with ARE. If you think that there are friends and family members that are on your Facebook page that would love to learn how to do this, please hit that little button and then in the comments just put I did it. You got to be real careful. Don't want to end up in Facebook jail for using that S word. But please, please, please feel free to repost this stuff on your page. It helps get more exposure for us, which helps with sponsorships. It helps attract really great associates that want to help me build, like, for example, the web designer that I just hired. The traffic and the interest sort of helps rebuild the business, but most importantly, and this is my heart, most importantly, it helps me reach your loved ones to teach your loved ones how to make their home a sanctuary too. So, oh, what you say, Brookie? Shed some of my creativity onto you. I know, honey. You just need to come here, and then we'll just go to Hobby Lobby and Home Depot, and we'll just go on a shopping spree, and then we will just make all kinds of crafts and all kinds of stuff that you can take back to Omaha with you. How's that sound, honey? Okay, so again, one last look. This is what it looks like. Once it completely dries, I will style it with some accessories, and then I will post a picture of it tomorrow. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun on my back porch with me. I'll do more from the back porch because it's my favorite place in the summertime. If there is a craft or something that y'all would like to see, shoot me a message. I'll see what I can come up with for you. Otherwise, I will see you Monday or Tuesday when I show you how to make a real quick, easy 4th of July garland. Watch for the finished picture of this. And until next time, you guys, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May his gracious face shine upon you. I hope you are all richly, richly blessed. And please don't forget, you are so loved. You are so loved. Mwah. Bye, y'all. See you next time.